But all right, I did want to get your guys' reaction to Montana's win over Sac State. We talked about it a little bit, but just kind of a big time performance, top 10 battle. Griz have kind of had an up and down season, and that was a bit of a statement win. Mark, we'll get to you and then go to Fritz.
Yeah, I think that kind of showed the difference between the top three teams in the league and the next tier. You know, Montana, Montana State, and Idaho at the upper tier, and then Sac State. You know, just a notch below. I really it also kind of shows that teams that can only do one thing. How offensively it's a little harder for them, and Sac State is a running team. They can throw it a little bit, but not much. Montana can throw a little bit better these days, and surprise, they're also playing better too because they can pass and run.
Right. In the modern era of college football, it's tough to be a one-dimensional. We saw what happened to the Bobcats versus the Vandals. Got a little tough just trying to rely on the run. They had to throw the football. Changes your style for sure. No, good point, Mark. How about you, Fritz? Just reaction to that one. I know you were down there at Washington Grizzly. Electric atmosphere for sure in that one.
Yeah, it was pretty electric. There's a lot of maroon and silver there, but the silver was a lot of empty bench. They keep announcing crowds of 25 plus, but there's not that many people getting there by game time. I have to go with the defense. Was really, aside from what Clifton was able to do, hooking up with Keelan White, the defense has just been so stout. And you figure they lost a kid to the NFL, they lost their career tackler to graduation. And it's a much better defense. And they changed coordinator. So you kind of wondered how it was going to go. They still run the odd man front, which is kind of a worry after the way it went last year, especially late in the season. But, and I was looking at the stats, and I'm like, who do they have who's all big side? Maybe Braxton Hill, maybe Ryder Meyer at safety, maybe Trevin Gradney. But, there's just not a bunch of all-star NFL prospects. But they form up and tackle people and have enough speed to close down the corners, sides. And it's just been pretty remarkable how well they played on that side of the ball.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I remember we talked earlier this year, it might have been our Grizzlies football preview. We said something kind of like last year they had the star power. We might see a better overall defensive unit this year because so many returning guys, and slowly but surely they've gelled and really meshed and become a special unit. My big takeaway from that one, Mark had a great point about the tiers in the conference. You could really see the difference in the Grizzlies and Sac State, and it's really apparent Sac State's a little bit down from last year. They've been a power. They're more in that second tier now. And the Griz, I said earlier this year on the show, maybe they didn't have an identity on offense. That was kind of my complaint. I remember Mark asked, what's wrong with the Griz? We were all kind of wondering. Now they have that identity. McDowell at quarterback, Gilman at running back. They're running the heck out of the football. And McDowell does a good job of extending plays, getting out of the pocket a little, and he finds the open man downfield, whether it's play action or just broken plays. So all of a sudden it feels like they're gelling at the right time, and there is something you can expect week in and week out, where before it was kind of like, what am I going to do with the Griz offense? I just didn't know. And I feel like they made that leap the last couple of weeks, and Sacramento State was kind of the exclamation point for them. No doubt about it. And, of course, that Griz defense is just out of their minds right now.